check this out. We just absolutely blew the doors open with the new way that we're making ads, and it's absolutely printing money. It's bringing us a lower cost per lead, lower cost per booked call, and lower cost per sale. And it takes no designer ability, no background, nothing to be able to build this stuff now. Today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how we're making thousands of ad creatives that absolutely print cash without any of those skills or anything like that. I have a free thing for you. I have a free trained bot that's gonna help you make the image prompts, no opt-in required. You get it for free, no problem. The exact workflow and methodology that we have behind making winning ad creatives, super fast, super quick. So if you are spending money on ads, okay, here's how we're making those ad costs go down for more output. If you are not spending money on ads, this is still relevant because you can still use it for content or other purposes, because our team uses it for our clients and ourselves to develop digital assets for websites, anything really that requires an image or a mock-up or a book or anything like that. Just understand that now image creation is completely divorced of any need for Photoshop or anything like that. It's really important to know that even if you are not good, even if you don't know what you're doing, this thing levels the playing field, okay, completely. I can show you literally how to let AI be creative for you, how to have it print ads that crank for you, and in the simplest way possible and the fastest way possible. So like, playing field leveled. In today's video, I'll be showing you all the ads that we made recently, how fast it took me, what it looked like on how I did it, and some of the results from it. Like, we doubled our CTR, and we brought our qualified lead cost down in half. So I'm super excited to share with you guys on that. Just so you know, we've worked with over 350 clients and we've never come across something so spectacular. So without further ado, the thing that you're gonna need is the pro version of Sora. Okay, Sora is the GPT tool, okay, where you can print these images. If you are e-commerce too, this channel is not about e-commerce, but you can literally take a photo of your sweatshirt or of your medicine bottle or your supplement or whatever and put it into any scenario, any situation with any model holding it, et cetera, et cetera. The video today we're gonna be going over specifically is how I'm using it to generate a ton of leads, okay? And so these are some of the ones that we're making here. And what's super important to notice is that the copy is solid. The copy has no errors. It's all really good. Another important point is that I'm not this creative. I can't come up with 1030, 1032, 1032, 1032, 1032, 1034. In about 5 minutes, I made like 30 creatives. Okay, I'm not this creative. I didn't write manually out all this copy. I have a bot that I trained that I'm giving you to you for free. You can check it out. It's in the comments below. But before you do that, just check out how we're using it. Obviously, number one is to know what your customers go through, know their problems. Okay, the easiest way for me to describe this, because when you run some ads, you have to first understand what they're going through, what they want. Okay, you got to give them something that they actually want. So in this case, I already know that they want this for your report. It's been proven for a long period of time. Okay. Even if you don't have it proven, use GPT to help you, and I'll show you how that works in a second. But giving GPT a starting point is really good. So in this case, this ad here, okay, was a winner. So I uploaded it into GPT, into our, the free bot that I made for you, okay? And I said, give me prompts that will generate images similar to this winning ad. Don't change too much, but make them different. Okay, now the bot is trained here to give you prompts similar to exactly what you asked for, and then also slightly creative. And you can also say, hey, give me ones that I never even would think of. And that's kind of the best part about that, where you can allow it to go into new directions based off of some structural integrity that you give it. In this case, I wanted it to be for large business owners, because I read through them. I said, no, they're not really that good. And then I also set it to change some of the copy here. I said, just know that the CTAs is download a free report to book 100+ demos, emphasize the time savings, no cold outreach, blah, 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 blah. And then I just took these and just copy and pasted them. I just took this and copy and pasted right in the store. And I did it 30, 40 times, okay? And, oh wait, I didn't even see this one. This one's phenomenal. So I knew that the illustration was good for my audience. You also want to mess around with style, okay? Not just what it is the copy says, not just the color, but the style. Okay, I actually think download the report. Oh, this one's not that bad too. I like it though. Still cold calling to stay afloat. That is the current state question that always is a good hook for an ad. Love that. So GPT came up with that, right? But then this one too, a lot of my clients that come on sales calls are like, hey, I'm doing events. I'm doing all these events all day. And this is how how I perceive them to feel, right? And which is perfect. GPT came up with it, right? And so I can just take these, bing, bing, drop them in, no problem at all, right? Which is absolutely incredible. But keep in mind, okay, you can make any changes you want, and you can also copy and paste this and be like, hey, I really like this one, make more like that. And I can just come into here and click this and click copy, go back into GPT and do that again, okay? So unlimited ideas you can do before and afters. And like I said, listen, doing this for our clients, we're absolutely crushing it. Let me show you some of the results here, okay? So we go to our ads here. Okay, so we haven't been running this for too long on Adstra. I should be testing more ads for Adstra specifically, but just know, we've been, we're running, 20K a month on ads, close to it, maybe 30, and that just goes to show that I have data. Okay, what I mean by I have data is that I have 98 qualified leads generated from this campaign because we ask for revenue count before they even opt in or on the opt in. So then, therefore, I can get, are they at the threshold of revenue that I'm looking for? In most cases, no. Okay. If I pull up Hyros here, not in most cases. Well, what it's saying here is $66 per Hyros qualified lead that was pulled. 393 total leads came in. So this one may be inaccurate, but I know this one is accurate. However, we take this as a baseline. Okay. $28 appointment cost, not bad. Okay. But if we take this as a baseline here, because Hyros isn't perfect, this isn't perfect, it is what it is. We're still having a conversation about that, me and Hyros for some reason. But $66 cost per qualified lead, okay? So that works. That's profitable. We're getting 5.5 ROAS on that. I'm cool with that. That's fine. It could be better. Enter Sora, started using it, and started using it a lot. Did it for our clients first. And then we started using a lot, and we're already getting qualified lead $8 here, which is bonkers, right? And we're testing a whole bunch of other ones. But if we look here, in this campaign, we were running this for a little bit, 4 qualified leads for 17, right? So that's like a 5x difference in qualified leads. And so I just know qualified leads into the door. What does that mean for me? That means more qualified booked meetings, because I know my appointment cost and how effective the booking rate is. We typically get like a 7 to 12% booking rate. So all leads that come in, 7 to 12% typically booked. That's been higher because the team's been performing well. So that's something that I'm thankful for. But I just know that, like, okay, more qualified leads on the front end for cheaper, therefore allows us to just get more, at bats, which has been the primary struggle for us at Adstra, is getting somebody who is in fact qualified for us to be able to work with them, because we can't help everybody, right? But all that to say, this thing works. Sora, use the GPT bot, you bring them in, and just rip creative tests. Just rip. Important point, and my last important point here is just a little anecdotal thing, is that it's always good to give an obvious, declarative assessment for the ad platform to understand who this is here, okay? And so the typical businessman nowadays don't wear ties anymore. Maybe some of them do. Okay, sure. But like this businessman, you can actually, this is remarkable. You're probably not going to believe me, but it works. Having somebody that looks like the avatar itself, including the outfit, including the imagery, including the color of their hair, all that stuff, then gets more people like them. Okay, even in an animated setting, because Meta is now scanning creatives. Okay, so in this case, scanning the images itself, also using conversion event data on the back end, and maybe you can use a lookalike, what have you, you get a higher frequency of people coming in. I think that's what this ad is in fact doing, right? For the one that was a winner, typical business owner. So I would say that this had business owner in there, right? And maybe it should have made more sense for me to put business owner in here more obviously, because that is in fact a call out that if that call out is in the copy or on the image, Meta will pick it up and it will do a lot better because the targeting will be good. And we call that creative targeting. Now, what I can tell you about that is there's not a lot of data that I can show you that can empirically say that is the reason why, because of creative targeting, because there's a lot of different variabilities and factors there that could aid or diminish the quality of lead or the targeting. But I'm just telling you, when you call them out, okay, and you do broad targeting, you don't do any targeting at all in the ad platform, you just do broad targeting, you call them out, it simply works, okay? So I don't think there's anything else in this video that I can share with you. That is a quick one. I will give you the GPT bot down below. This is the workflow. I'll do